Namaste, Your Royal Majesty, and welcome to Soul Horoscope SUPERscope Weekly Report. My name is Christopher Witecki. I'm your sensei to Sirius Joy, and pardon my little absence there, but I had to take a week off for my birthday. And I want to say thank you to all the Leos who have sent gifts or who have given me cards or whatnot. I mean, the emails and the messages are overwhelming. When a Leo loves you, it's like nothing else. Let me just tell you. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. It is of great gratitude that I soul serve. And I'm a Leo rising too. So I definitely am feeling this whole energy shift. Things are exciting. You should be kind of feeling it, even though your birthday is somewhat off, right? We are working on, by the way, the Leos, the Leo risings, and Venus and Leo people. That's what I call the step one family, the step one family. And step ones are all about loving yourself and loving others, being the light and love for other people out there. All the step ones are working on career right now, career and legacy, and where you're going and where you're growing, and having to make some real hard decisions about career versus emotional security. Now, I'll just say, I took a week off because I chose emotional security. I think that's what Saturn in Scorpio is trying to teach us, is that we have to be there for ourselves emotionally, or there will be no fruit from our career tree. So we're working on this week chapter 3 of the Sun in Taurus, which means you're going to take your career and future to the passionate campaign now. This week, a passionate campaign. This is where you are either a leader or you fall under a certain leadership or a new leadership, where you fall under an emotional direction. And really, in the master shui of manifestation, we have to surrender it to our emotions to pull off abundant things. That's just the nature of reality. So you're going to let things go emotional this week. And the weekend leading up to this week, it is the tug of war of career versus emotions. More on that in a little bit. Up in space, we've got this tug of war going on in 4 directions, actually 5 directions now with the Sun opposing Saturn. But the main staple of this is what you see here. Now, Mars is what the grief is. It's retrograde until May 20th, and that means that Leos and Leo risings are trying to make their minds up about certain things, maybe going back and forth. Also getting rid of arguments, getting rid of conflicts, getting rid of legal issues, getting rid of any kind of negative thinking or attitude with Mars in retrograde, and getting your old ego out of your thoughts with Mars in retrograde. So not a time to sign a contract right now. Normally in a Mercury retrograde, that's the rule. I would say for y'all, I would say no. It's not good for us to sign contracts till Mars goes direct and there's the new thinking. Now, Uranus, on the other hand, is growing forward with new beliefs, new life purpose, new fresh air. Pluto in Capricorn is you got to maintain the healthy life right now. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. We're talking Pluto here. And then Jupiter, which is really rocking this whole orchestra here, is pushing for Leos and Leo risings to grow in inner faith. So you're going to grow in inner faith regardless of these other areas, says Jupiter. Now, the solar eclipse, which hit in Taurus, was hitting you in the very early step 8 sector 2 weeks ago in career, in decisions. And so what it was saying was, hey, time to make new decisions in your life based on all of this, the new faith, the changing beliefs, the not sure what their mindset should be, and the lifestyle you need to have. So in essence, decisions must be in accordance to that. Now, the Sun in Taurus there is peaking in its opposition to Saturn in the other corner, which means that the opposition between career future and emotional stability reaches its climax, both in the weekend leading up to this and the full moon this week. So you will have to really be there for yourself emotionally and choose emotional stability first, no matter what. You don't want to grow this new career the wrong way or in a flower pot or in a soul garden that can't emotionally support what you're wanting to harvest. All right, take it from a Taurus here. I know this one the hardest way. So as you maintain your emotional boundaries, it determines where career and stuff will go or not grow. If you don't have it in you, you don't have it in you yet. One day you will. Don't worry about it. You always have opportunity on planet Earth. And what happens with this soul pyramid here is as you move forward with faith and you're there for yourself emotionally in the moment, then you will find you will start to trust again. That's what Chiron in that corner is. You start to trust again, and your trust in life, the universe, whatever, starts to heal. So on Sunday, Mother's Day, the moon is in Libra. All those thoughts and that whole, thinking differently and the old ego and the old argument, the old, that all comes to a forefront on Mother's Day. So there's a double yacht on Mother's Day that says, hey, keep it focused on thoughts and feelings only. So be mindful of your feelings. And this is a beginning and a turn and a shifting. This might be a change of mind. You might have a change of mind about something. You may forgive something. A lot of changing in this, but this is because career goes to a passionate level, which is why your heart might be finally letting go of some old battles. On Monday, it gets turbulent. Career might hit some bumps, some unexpected turns, and again, there might be some miscommunications triggering that Mars retrograde in Libra. On Tuesday, it's nesting and resting no matter where you are, and the moon is now on approach to go full. So by Wednesday, the moon will be full at step 23 at 12:13 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. That will be at that point at work, you will feel, in the United States anyways, at work or before you go to bed in Europe, you will feel this huge tug of pull. Now, emotionally, you will be seeking a security you've never felt before. You may have a glimpse of it, like you have some sort of a weird, cruise on a yacht at that time, and so you're like, wow, this is how I want life to always be, which sets the impression. Or you might be stuck at work like, that's it, I can't take it anymore, and that sets the impression. But what it's doing is trying to get you to make different decisions and to include your feelings in all your decisions. This is the wisdom. Now, honestly, the security you seek, you won't get for 6 months until the sun moves into Scorpio. But at this emotional point, it's a turning point. It's a turning point in that tug of war between what's more important, your success or feeling good. And realize one comes before the other. Then the good news is on Thursday and Friday, the moon moves into Sagittarius, so the inner prince or princess is out and about and playing. And during this time when your inner child is in, you have the ability to commit. So by Saturday, it looks like you have to have some sort of career commitment by Saturday about where to do next. And you are going to be having to answer that probably to yourself, not to anyone. So this week, it's about stabilizing your career decisions, expanding on that stabilization, pruning in the full moon off the areas of your home or career that is causing the whole thing to tilt, committing to what's left and starting to grow. That is the week. Now, if you have Venus in Leo, the 1VQs that I call, this is a change of beliefs this week, a dramatic change in your beliefs about love or your beliefs about relationships. So if you have Venus in Leo, the shift is that Venus will cross over the Uranus Grand Cross this week. Although the sun is free of it, Venus is still catching up. And so this means that there is follow-through of what you've gone through in your life. The part of you who loves or the part of you that's open to giving and receiving will probably start the first week believing one thing and at the end of the week believing something else. So if you're in a relationship right now as a 1VQ, and that means if you are in a long-term relationship, whatever, the why you thought you were in it will change from the first of the week to the end of the week. If you are single, what you thought you were going for will probably change from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. And if you are intent on staying single, well then whatever else you're chasing after will probably change from the first to the end of the week. So I'm excited. I don't have Venus in Leo, but I got enough Leo rising to be excited at this Venus shift. It should be interesting. Now, if you want to see how it turns out, well, I have gone to the exhaustion of recording a 30-minute video, or now MP3, where you can get the entire May. I dive deep in the trends. I give a lot of advice I just can't give here in the weekly horoscopes. They're available now for $11.11 at soulmart.me. And if you buy 2, you get the 3rd free now. So it's just ridiculous information. If you're watching us on YouTube, we ask please subscribe to our channel. And if you're on Facebook, come like us. In fact, come on down and sign my birthday card on Facebook. Come to soulgarden.me and sign. I'd love to see the faces of the royalty that I serve. So remember, Your Royal Majesty, this week is really about making the right decisions and pointing the career into the right passionate way. But what is the right passionate way? Well, frankly, it's where the old ego is not in play, and it's where your emotions are something you're thinking about before you're making decisions or jumping into certain baskets. How will it make you feel if you do that? And that will, of course, affect your faith. So good luck this week. Thank you to all the Leos who sent me things and sent messages. So grateful. And I'll see you in 7 days, Your Royal Majesty. Until then, live, love, be.